So merge sort is another way of the sorting. The main paradigm behind the merge sort is divide and conquer. So if this data set has been given to you, you have to divide this data set into the two parts. Again, those parts will again divide into the two parts. So you have to go till you will get the single element, and then again you have to merge it. So if you see what you're going to do here, so how many elements are there? Index from index 0 to index 7 means you have the 8 element 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So first you have to find out what is the middle point. So if you see here, this is our the start, right, for this array, and this is the ending. So how I can get the middle point? So middle would be there, start plus end divided by 2. So in this case 0 plus 7 2, if you take the integer it will become the 3. So then the first array would be from start to middle. Start is 0 and middle got 3. Another array would be the middle plus 1 and the end. So middle plus 1, 3 plus 1, 4, and end is the 7. So one array would be the 0, 1, 2 and 3. So 19, 8, 15 and 40. So you got one sub array, and another sub array would be the index start from 4, 5, 6, 7 means 4, 16, 2, 15 and 7. So in this way we can see I have divided the main problem statement into the two smaller problem, right? And we will do again the same thing. So in this case, what is the start? Start is this point, ending is this point. For this array, this is the start and this is the ending, right? Again we will do the mid. So if you see the mid in this case, what is the mid is coming or middle is coming? Start percent 0 plus 3 by 2. It is coming the 1.5, integer is 1. So this array we start from start to mid. I am just saying the mid means the middle, okay, for the sort. And for this part, mid plus 1 to the end. So here start is 0 and you have to go the till 1 means 19 and the 8. In this case mid is 1 plus 1 2, so 2 index is here, it will go the 3, so 15 and 40. The same way it will divide into two part, 16, 2 and the 15 into 7. So first part divided into two part, again this is the two subset, again this one is the two part. So if you see here, it is divided into such a way, it is divided into two parts. This also the two parts, this also the two parts, this is also the two parts. So if you see here, it will divided and we make into the individual element. 9, 8, 15, 40, then here 16, 2, 15 and the 7. So if you see here in this part, this is individual element, right? So this index is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, this is 6 and this is the 7. So we have to come till each array is the individual element. And how we can, in this case, what is the start? Start is the 0 and the end is also 0. Here start is the 1 and the end is also 1. So till which condition you have to come? We have to come, give the condition. Condition will be if start less than end. So till this condition we have to come up. Once you will come here, so your divide divide job is the complete. Now you have to start the merging. So merging, here is the one trick here. So when you merge both, because individual this is the sorted. If one element in array, this is sorted. So 19 is sorted in the individual array. But while merging, you have to merge these two. But while merging, you have to sort it. So this become the 8 and 19. So I sorted, then merge it, right? The same case here, it is already sorted. Here 2, then 16. Here 7, then 15. So now this is started the merging. So these two parties merge. The same way these two will be merged. So when you merge these two, you have to again keep the sorting. So if you see here, if you sort here, so you have to take 8 and compare here, because this is already sorted. So 8 and compare 15. 8 is the smaller, keep the 8. Then now 8 is done. So now 8 is done. So now 19 and compare 15. 15 is smaller, 15 done. 19 and 14. 19 is smaller, and then 14. The same way you have to merge these two. So when you merge these two, you will get the element 2, because 2 compared to 7, 2 done. Now 16 compared to 7, 7 will come, 7 done. 16 and 15, 15 will come here, and then the 16. And now you have to again merge these both. So when you do the merge both, start comparing 8 with the 2. So when you do the 8 and 2, 2 will come. Now 8 and 7, 7 will come. Then 8, 15, 8 will come. Then 15 and 15, anyone can come. Now this 15 and the 19, 15 will come. Then 19 and 16, 16 will come. Then remaining 19 and the 40. So you can see in this way, this is the, now this part is called the merging part, right? And the concurve part. So you have to write the recursive method. In that recursive, we will have the divide and we will have the merge also, right? But now, so now you might have the one question, if here 8 is there, even number, it is easy to divide 4. In the case of the odd number, suppose I have the 7 number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So in this case, how you will divide? You divide in the same way. So if this is the start, if this is the ending, so your mid would be the start plus ending by 2, means 0 plus 2 into 3. So one will be 0 to 3, start to mid, another one is the mid plus 1 to the end. So you will have the, this side the 4 and this side is the 3 element. So the same algorithm will work even you have the even number and the odd number, right? So let me clean this part and let me do the some pseudo code, how you are going to do that. So first we will write the code for the this divide, how you are going to divide it, right? So give any method name. Suppose my method name is the mergesort, and pass your data, right, the array, and also pass the start and the end. So what you have to do first, this data is there and you have to do the sorting. First and foremost, what you have to find out? The median. So you take the median, do the start plus and divided by 2. Now you have to divide the array in the two part. One part would be the start, comma, mid. Another array would be from mid plus 1 into end. And so we apply this method on this data set, but again you have to apply the same method on this data set also, right? So you have to recursively call the same method. So I am calling the same method mergesort, passing this, you have to pass the data also. You have to pass the data also and call the same method recursively. And when you have to call this method, when you get the individual, so you have to pass the here condition if only you have to do that when start is less than end. So your job is done. Now you have to do the merge. So the merge logic will be separate here, and suppose I have the method for the merge. So what you are going to in the merge? So you are going to the output of this array, right? So you have to pass the data, you have to pass the start, you have to pass the middle, and you have to pass the end, and your job is done. So now you have to see how this merge logic is working. So take one example. So if I have these two array, and this two array is the sorted array, right? This is also the sorted, this is also the sorted. Then how you are combining this, how you are merging this, right? So let me keep those code here somewhere, so we can let me do the code here. So now you have to merge this part and this part, both are array. So what we will do that? So in this case, for this case, this is your start, right? This is your mid. This is your mid plus 1, and this is your end position, right? So if this is you here, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, this is indexes. So we have to start from here and till here for this array, right? So you have to keep the condition while you have to do, or before that, do one thing, you keep the variable, you keep the pointer I here and j here. So it will, the first array will start from the I and second array will start from the j, the both here that we have to merge it. So I means start, it will start from here, and j would be the middle plus 1, right? So you have to move this array till this I reach the mid. So I should be smaller and equal the mid, and this array j should equal to the end. Then take the first element 8. So take the first element and compare with the first element of the second array. So compare with the first element of the second array, that is on the j. If this is the smaller or the equal, so I will create one temporary array of size this one plus this one. So from start end, so starting is here, ending is here, total how many elements are there? So start plus end 0 plus 7 plus 1. So I will make one new array, start plus end plus 1. So 0 plus 7 plus 1, 8, right? So if this is the smaller, if, then in this array, the temporary array, what we are making it, put this 8 element, and for that take one variable k is equal to 0, so we will keep here. Right now k is equal to 0, k is equal to 0 here. So temp, we will copy this data into the temp. So what I did, again I am explaining, I am going to merge this array and this array, but this array is already sorted, this array is already sorted, so I will take the first element and compare with the first element of the second array, which is the race. If suppose this is the race, I will keep it here. If not, in this case, if not, then in the temp I will keep j element. And once you done the j element, increment the j plus plus. If you taking this data, then put the plus plus. And now this element, in this case it become the 2 here. Now k should become here, right? So in this case put the k. Whatever the condition, whether the data from I or j, you have to increment this. Right? So now in this way you can do that, but one corner case is there. Suppose in this case what happened, 2 came, 7 came, 8 came, 15 came, 15 came, then this array is exhausted, but this array was not exhausted, right? So if you see this element already exhausted. So now if you taken all the data from this array, then where you will compare? Then no need to compare. Whatever data is remaining here, you keep as it is. In this case, see, this element is exhausted, so we took already 16. Now no need to compare. Whatever data is here, just keep it here. So after this while loop, because here the both condition is there, right? If any data is exhaust, then come out, check which array data is there. So I will check if still I doesn't reach here, right? Still I is here. So then copy as it is without any condition. Temp k plus plus data I plus plus, and the same thing we do for the this array, right? So we see all the code in the on the laptop, but I hope you might have understand. If you not understand, again pause the video, go starting and again watch it. Even though if you have any questions, use the comment box, give me the questions, I would happy to give the answer. Create one new Java file, mergesort, take the main method, and you have this data, right? So first start our recursive mergesort, and you have to pass the data and then starting point and then ending point. And here you have to check, we have to do only if we start is less than this one, and we have to recursively call this method. But before that you have to find out what is the middle, right? So how you get the middle? So you have to do start plus end and divided by 2, right? So the first subset is the data, means you have to, now you have to do that, you have to do two subset, right? And for that both you have to recursively call. So first is the data start and the mid, right? And second mergesort would be the data and so data, then mid plus 1 and the end, right? And once it is done, you have to call the merge method, and for that you have to pass the data, you have to pass the start, you have to pass the mid, and you have to pass the end, as you discussed on the whiteboard, right? And create this merge method. So in merge method what you have to do, so as I said that first you have to create one temp array, and here you have the capacity of the end is the start plus end plus 1, right? Or no, so logic would be like this: end minus start plus 1. So because if you have the index starting from 4 to 7, so then 7 minus 4 plus 1 you have to do it, right? So you have to do this much of the temp array, that once you sort here we have to again put into the main array, right? And then take the first pointer I that we start from the start, take another that we start from the mid plus 1, and take one key element that we take the index for the temporary array, right? We have to do if I have not reached yet mid, right? So in the first element is till the mid, right? I should not cross the mid, right? And second case, j should not cross the end, right? If it is there, then you have to check if data I means the first element of the first array, if this is equal less than the first element of the second array element start from the j, right? If this is the case, then you have to copy this data into the temp array, right? So temp array key element, you have to pass the I data if I is small, and don't forget to increment the both, right? If this is not the case, then in temp keep the j data, right? The first element of the second array, and in both case you have to increment the, right? This is the condition you have to do. But again, corner case, if suppose the element from the one array has been exhausted, so suppose the second element has been exhausted, the element from second array in the whiteboard case, so then you have to check only the first condition if has not reached there, and only do the first part, this part, right? And if second element data is still there, is not reached yet 8, and then do the second part. And this is the complete code, I think. So what I did here, and now you have to call this merge method from the main method. So for that, make one class and demo, call the merge sort. You have to pass the data, starting point is 0, ending point is data length minus 1, right? Because the index, right? Do one thing, print before element, before the sorting. So if you take the advantage of array to string data and use the same thing, copy after the sorting. Let me run it, see how it works. You can see the data has not been sorted, so some mistake is there. Mid plus 1 and mid. So if I mid, then j data compared to j, so then the keep in the data I. If it is not, then the key data is the j increment. If in data plus plus and the j data. Okay, now you have to copy the temporary array to the main array, right? So for that we will iterate all the number of the temp, and that, you know, if the two arrays there, first array is start ending, start from start and then ending, right? So and this is my original array. So what I will do, I will keep, because I know the starting position is the start, so I will keep the data in the start and the increment and do the num. So it will copy from temporary array to the main array, right? So now run it. You can see this is sorted, and see how many elements are there. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Do one thing, remove one. Let's check the even odd case. In both cases, it is working fine. Thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe this channel and share the channels. It motivates me a lot. Okay, thank you very much.